my name is Veronica Dancer, and I'm going to show you in this stream of videos my experiences with the Visian ICL procedure. Normally on my channel I do cross-stitch videos. Unfortunately, when I have the procedure done I won't be able to stitch for a few days, but that's okay. I think it's going to be worthwhile in the end. I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, right? I'm going to tell you first of all, so my procedure is a couple months out right now. Today is May 11th, 2019. My procedure is scheduled for July 2nd. I have the YAG procedure scheduled for June 14th. So I'll shoot videos all around those times to show you what's going on and stuff. Right now I am wearing my contacts. My prescription, I don't know my exact prescription, but it varies. My contact prescription right now is -9.5 in each eye, but I think it's actually worse than that because I can't see super well with my contacts either. But I still see better than with my glasses. My glasses prescription is anywhere between like 10.5 and 12 roughly. So I'm going to show you some pairs of my glasses. So these are my normal day-to-day glasses. The plastic frames are usually the only ones I can do. They have been thinned down as much as possible. So this actually doesn't look too bad, but they can do a lot now these days. Things I don't like about them, though, they're still pretty heavy. They slide down my nose. I don't like the distortion, how things look teeny tiny through them, through both directions. Either when I'm looking through them, things look smaller. When people look at my face, it looks like I'm wearing goggles. So I'm not crazy about them. I can do them. I mean, I'm going to have to, again, prior to the procedures that I'm going to be having. So these are my prescription sunglasses. These have been, I didn't want to spend as much on them as, oh, they're kind of filthy. Oops. I didn't want to spend as much on them as my regular glasses, since I'm only going to be wearing them when I drive and it's too bright. But these have been thinned down, not nearly as much. They look much thicker. It's all the second highest level that you can thin things down at lens crafters, so whatever that means. But yeah, again, they're plastic lenses. They're kind of cute, but I'm not crazy about them. I wouldn't choose to wear them. Prior to those glasses, and this is like in 2016, these are old. I had an eye doctor and glasses place that convinced me that I could do wire rims. So I tried them, and these also have been thinned down as much as possible. And you can see that it's kind of interesting. You can see just the plastic here from the glasses. So I don't wear these at all anymore. They're just kind of my backups in case something happens to my main glasses and I need them. But right now I'm wearing contacts. I'm also wearing makeup, which you may not see much of. If you were easily grossed out, I should warn you that the upcoming videos I might be talking about things that they do to my eyeballs. In fact, I'll probably talk about some of that right now. So yesterday's exam was like a complete exam. I counted 5 machines that I had to look into and do various things for. I usually just hold my eyes open because, again, my squinty eye here doesn't want to do much. But then they did the normal thing where they you look at the letters and they're really tiny and they put the different lenses over your eyes. I think people with better, not as bad eyes can look into a machine and it tells you your prescription. That doesn't work for me. 2 different people did that yesterday just to make sure that my prescription was consistent. They dilated my eyes and checked on my retinas. They may still be dilated. I can't really tell though. Anyway, the whole thing took about 2 hours. And I scheduled then my follow-up appointments. So on the 14th of June, which is in like about a month from now, I'm going to go in for what's called the YAG procedure. Again, gross out warning, if you're squeamish at all, stop watching. Where they so when they put the Visian Visian ICL is implanted contact lenses. When they put that in, it goes behind the iris in front of the natural lens. And that's going to block the flow of fluids in and out of your eyeball. So what the YAG procedure does, I think it's called a YAG-PI or something, I'm not sure, is they actually go in and drill a couple of holes in each iris. So to make it so the fluid can flow in and out and prevent pressure buildup inside the eye or from pressure getting too low, basically to help regulate the pressure on the eyeball. They said that procedure is actually a little bit more painful than the actual surgery, but I'm taking a day off of work for it, and I'm taking 2 days off work for the surgery too. So anyway, I will keep you posted on that. My next video will probably be around the YAG procedure day, so I'll let you know how that goes. Thanks for watching. So today's June 14th, and I'm about to head out for the YAG-PI procedure. YAG, I believe, is the type of laser that they use to do the procedure, and PI stands for peripheral iridotomy. And what the laser is going to do is just put 2 holes in the top of each of my irises, I believe, to help with fluid flow, because the ICL contact lens will block that naturally from happening. I believe this is a procedure that's also done in cataract surgeries as well as glaucoma surgeries. So I'll film again when I'm done. Just a couple of things. I'm not wearing any makeup, obviously. I did put eye lotion on, so I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'll make sure that that's okay. I also fasted. I don't think I needed to, but just in case, it never hurts, right? And so I'll film again after I'm done and let you know how that went. Okay, bye. Hey, so I'm back now after the YAG-PI procedure. It went really quick. I'm back by noon. The appointment was at 10:45, and it's about a half-hour drive away. So I think I was less than an hour. They told me it'd be about an hour, but I think it was more like 45 minutes that I was actually there. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened. When I got there, I signed a consent form, of course, paid. And then they took me back into a room where they gave me some eye drops to constrict my pupils. So it's the opposite of what I'm used to. I'm used to the kind that make your eyes dilate for eye exams and stuff. So they told me they might give me a bit of a headache, which I did kind of feel on the way home, but it wasn't that bad. They did that 4 times. And after each time, they told me to keep my eyes closed and just rest in a chair and waited for like 5 or 10 minutes maybe in between, and it definitely made my vision a lot more blurry, just like dilating does. And then they also swabbed my eyelids with iodine, which kind of burned a little bit, but wasn't that big of a deal. And they gave me some tissues to kind of wipe it up. And then after all of that, they took me back to the room where they actually did the procedure. And I thought I would be laying down, but I was actually sitting up in a chair. And before the doctor did it, he gave me some numbing eye drops. And then he leaned up to a machine, like the machines where you like look into for different tests and things. And he held up he called it a contact lens, but it was really just like a big thing to keep my eye open with one of his hands. And that he could look through. He had me look at a specific place, and then I saw the bright lights as he did the laser flashes, and it hurt just a little bit. Wasn't too bad. The hardest part for me was keeping still. I didn't get nervous until like the last minute when I was putting my head up there. I was like, oh no, it's about to happen. But generally, I tried to be pretty calm, and I think it went pretty well. So anyways, it doesn't hurt anymore. Follow-up, he gave me some eye drops to put in 4 times a day for 4 days. And then that's all until I go back on July 2nd. So next time I shoot will probably be the morning of the actual Visian surgery. Bye. One more thing I forgot to mention. I had my mom drive me. I'm not sure if I said that in the first video or not, but don't plan to drive home from this procedure, because for a little while afterwards, I had trouble opening my eyes, and that contact lens thing has this like, I don't know, it's kind of like Vaseline on it to like adhere to the eye or to be comfortable, and it's just kind of gets in there, makes it your vision really fuzzy, and so even right now I can see much better than I could like right after I got out of there, but it's still kind of hard. So I would recommend having somebody drive you to and from the place. Okay, thanks. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd. Today is the day of my eye surgery, so I'm really excited. They called me on Friday to tell me the time that it's scheduled for, and that's 11 a.m. They were almost apologetic about it because I'm not supposed to eat or drink anything prior to the surgery, and that's like around lunchtime, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to go over some of the pre-care instructions, and I tried my best to follow those to a T because I really want this to be successful so that you understand what they are. So 3 days prior to surgery, I needed to stop wearing eye makeup, or any makeup for that matter, fold a washcloth in half and run it under hot water, and wash my eye, put some baby shampoo in that, lather it up and wash my eyelids to try to remove the oil around my eyes. I did this, it says to do it once a day. I did it twice a day, just whenever I brushed my teeth since Saturday. Yeah, no food or, let's see, no eating or drinking past midnight. They did call me and tell me that I could have like a piece of toast prior to 6 a.m. if I really wanted to, like a plain piece of like white bread. I don't eat bread, so I didn't do that. They did tell me too, it says no eating or drinking on this piece of paper, but I did have water because they told me clear liquids up until an hour before the surgery, but I stopped when I started reading this. It's about 3 hours away from now. Wear loose, comfortable clothes. Remove jewelry on the day of surgery. Leave all valuables at home. And I'm going to show you, turn the camera around in a minute to, oh yeah, and expect to be there for at least 3 hours, and then expect to have somebody drive you home and somebody stay with you at home for the next 6 to 8 hours after you get there. Because they said they don't want you to like fall down steps or burn yourself on the stove or anything like that. So my husband took the day off of work and he's going to be there with me and everything. I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you all of the things that I am packing to bring with me, which isn't very much, but just so you know, and I'll see you in a bit. I'm in my kids' playroom, so that's why there's like, pencil and pen and everything on this table. But basically what I'm bringing are my wallet. It's kind of beat up, but it's got like my insurance card in it. They told me to bring my insurance card. This is not covered by insurance, but I figured, why not? If they're going to run it, it doesn't hurt to try, right? And it has my ID in it, and also my HSA card, which I'm going to use to pay for part of this. My checkbook to pay for the rest in case they don't take credit cards, but I think they do. The folder that they gave me that contains all of the instructions as well as the release waivers, which I haven't turned in my signed release yet, so I need to turn that in. I just figured I'd bring the whole folder. Just in case they don't have it, I've got a pen. I've got my glasses case that contains my sunglasses because it's really sunny and hot outside. My empty glasses case because ideally I won't be wearing glasses home. And then finally, I've got a sweater because it might be cold. I don't know. I'm wearing short sleeves now so that, they can access my arms and stuff for veins and whatnot. But I figure I might need something warm when I'm leaving or something. I don't know, even though it's summer here in Ohio. And finally, got a bag for it. My husband's probably going to bring something to do, like something to read, and he's going to go out for lunch while we're there. So that's it. I'm going to film again next after the surgery. I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know if I'll be able to do that today or tomorrow. It's probably not going to be until tomorrow, just because they told me I'll feel like really groggy and just want a nap. So I'm not expecting to film again, and I'll let you know how it goes and if I felt pain or if I how well I can see and all that. So I'll see you then. Bye. So today's Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. I had the Visian ICL procedure done yesterday. And I'm going to tell you about what that experience was like, as well as go over some of the aftercare instructions and, things like what they sent me home with and how my vision is doing today. So what the surgery was like, I got there, my surgery was at 11 o'clock. I got there at about 10:30 yesterday. And they did some more scans on me to do some more measurements, like just looking into machines that flash different color lights. Then they took me back into the preparation room, I guess. It was, I sat down and they, let's see, what did they do first? They gave me some eye drops that kind of burned. That was probably the most painful part of the whole thing, that and the IV. So then they did that, they did the IV. I was told after the eye drops to keep my eyes closed to help the benefit. I think they were like numbing drops as well as dilation. My eyes are still dilated. It's next morning, I don't know how close I can get here. You can see how dilated. So everything's still kind of blurry, and I see like, I don't know if you call them halos, but like the lights have replication around them. Still, it was worse yesterday, so it's much better today. I'll go over that a little bit later too. But they, let's see, they put a blood pressure thing on and one of those things on your fingers to measure oxygen. And from there, you know, my eyes were closed, so I couldn't really see much. I'm gonna sit down here just to kind of rest. Couldn't really see too much of what was happening, but they were like very, you know, they explained everything. You know, you're gonna kind of see some flashing lights, and they gave me what the anesthesiologist called happy juice. Just kind of made me, you know, I think I kind of don't really remember all of the details for that reason. So they laid me back in the chair and then rolled me away to the OR and put like this thing over my face that just exposed my left eye at first. And I don't remember much of the left eye. I just remember I could hear people talking, but then they got quieter. And they told me they'd be playing 80s music too, but I really couldn't hear that. Which, then I remember more of my right eye. It seemed like it took longer. And then they did the same thing, covered up all of my face except for my right eye. And they said that so that you don't see the instruments coming in your face. And what I could remember seeing is a bunch of lights, and they kept telling me, look down, look at the light. And so I was trying, but I don't know how well I did. But anyway, then they rolled me back to the same room I was in before, the preparation room, which they sat me up, and I was like, really, that's it? And they told me I was in there for 35 minutes, but it seemed like 5 or 10, really. Nothing hurt. It hurt a little bit afterwards, a little bit sore, and they told me I could take some Tylenol when I got home, but I didn't. I didn't feel like I needed to. So when I opened my eyes, everything was blurry. So at first I was like, oh crap, I'm not impressed. I hope this this worked. But today things are much, much better. It feels like, I don't know, I know you're not supposed to, but occasionally I would accidentally take a nap in my contact lenses. So when I woke up this morning, it kind of feels like that. And it's still kind of fuzzy, blurry, and I still see the halos. I cannot read up close, which I'm hoping I don't need reading glasses now, because that was one of the things I could do before is see really well up close, even without my glasses or contacts. So I have a follow-up appointment today at 10 o'clock, and I imagine they said they're going to clear me to drive. So that's kind of cool. My mom's going to take me there, though. My son got sick yesterday, my younger son, so it was kind of weird because he had a fever in the middle of the day, even though it's July, not the season for it, but they were on a field trip with their summer camp program at a park, and my mom had to go pick him up, and so I've been having to kind of watch him a bit, trying to take it easy, though. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what they sent me home with, and talk a little bit about the aftercare instructions, too. So they gave me this lovely little purple bag here, which I'll open up. Try to do with one hand. All the toys. See, Sonic the Hedgehog and some Angry Birds pigs. So the thing that everyone talks about, I had to wear these lovely sunglasses yesterday. Oops, it's hard to do with one hand. I should be using my tripod, but they've got like all around darkness, so that was actually really helpful going outside. And while you're outside, part of the aftercare instructions, you're supposed to wear either those or these. So they give you 2 of these, cover each eye while you're sleeping or outside and it's not dark, to protect them, and you just use some tape to tape it on around the edges. So I did that last night. The other thing that they gave me was 2 of these drops, which they said is like 3 medicines. You have to shake it really good, and it contains like an antibiotic and anti-inflammatory, and I'm not sure what the third drug is. There's 1 for each eye, so I got a left one and a right one to prevent cross-contamination in case there is an infection. 1 drop 3 times a day for 1 week in each eye, and then after that, for the next I think for the next 30 days, 1 drop per day. So 3 times a day for a week, and then let's see, there's another roll of tape in here. I printed out some instructions. Went over them with my husband because I was not the. Oh, this is just the release form that I signed, the paperwork that I signed. There's another eye thingy in here for the other eye, and. Yeah. No, number 1, do not rub the eye. So yeah, that's the thing. So my eyes feel a little bit, my left eye feels like there's something inside of it, and so I keep blinking to blink it away, but I know it's probably just the wound that's healing. And I think that they said that that's normal. That and the way that I feel, like is the way that I'm seeing is also normal from what I understand. But where either the plastic, these things at bed for the first week, where this, or those plastic eye cover things outside for the first week, no swimming for a week, you may take Tylenol next. Yeah, the vision may be cloudy, yeah, so the 6 is basically like what I've been explaining. It's normal to have blurred vision or mild irritation, which I have too, which is fine. So, and then yesterday they gave me special instructions for the eye drops because it was later in the day, and so they said try to get 3 drops in, so they were just basically like take 1 at 3, 1 at 6, and 1 at 9. And I think, I mean, my vision is really good now far away, like I said before, but up close it's still not great. I don't know if that's going to improve or if I'm going to need reading glasses. I'm accepting of that because I wanted this, and I just hated wearing the super thick glasses. So anyways, I'm going to film one more time after about a week and let you know how it is. I'll be able to, I think, wear makeup then. Oh yeah, I took a shower this morning, and they said it was okay, but I put my hair up and I just didn't get my hair or face wet, and I kept my eyes closed as much as I possibly could. So I'm going to have to find a way to wash my hair because no showers or anything for a week where you get your face wet, but it's okay if you keep your, they told me it's okay if I keep my eyes closed and don't get my face wet. So hopefully in the next video I'll be able to wear makeup and wash my face, and here's hoping to perfect vision then. So I'll see you then. Bye! Hey everyone, today's Sunday, July 14th. It's a beautiful summer morning in Northeast Ohio. And so last week, I went for my follow-up appointment, as I said I was going to. My left eye was 20/20, my right eye was 20/30, and this was the day after my surgery. I still had some glares, and my eyes were still a little dilated from the surgery the prior day, but in the by even lunchtime, that was gone. And my vision was still not totally perfect, but I was cleared to drive. So that was really good. Yesterday I went for my 1 week follow-up, which was actually about a week and a half after surgery. My vision was, he said, near perfect, which is great. I was cleared to resume normal activities, so I'm wearing eye makeup now just a little bit, and I can swim and shower and get my face wet and everything. So yeah, that's really good too. I was told to continue taking the eye drops for the next 3 weeks, just once daily now. So I've been doing that. A couple of things I've noticed about the surgery that are, cautions. My eyes kind of get dry, and this could just be because they're still healing, so I need artificial tears, eye drops about once a day in the afternoon. They'll kind of feel a little tired. In the morning, I feel great, or if I take a nap, which isn't too common, but after waking up, my eyes feel really good. So, and also my close-up vision isn't what it used to be. So before my surgery, when I would wear contacts or glasses, when they were not in, I could usually hold something right up to my face, and it would be crystal clear. So I would use this to, take out a splinter or stitch, or look up in the mirror real close to pluck my eyebrows. I have to have my face, basically my nose pressed against the glass to see, but I could see crystal clear. So it's not like that anymore. It's actually I would say it's probably a little bit worse than when I was wearing contacts or glasses and looked up that close. And the doctor seemed to say that might not get back to where it was, but I'd still have to hold things maybe, 16 inches away from my eyes. And that's okay as long as I can still see it as clear as I used to see it right in front of my face. I'm hoping I'm still not as clear as I would like my up-close vision. I can now read smaller print, but I stitch, so I would really like to be able to see better up close. I'm using a magnifier, so I can still do my stitching. That's good. But otherwise, I mean, in general, though, all that aside, I have zero regrets. my only regret actually would be that I didn't do this sooner, because I spent thousands of dollars over the years with glasses and contacts, and the surgery is not cheap, and it's not covered by insurance, but most of my contacts and glasses expenses were not either. Insurance for my vision, I mean, general vision is not very good, similar to dental insurance. I think that's sort of standard and normal, but I mean, I think my glasses were hundreds of dollars. My contacts, every year I'd spend hundreds of dollars. So it adds up, and then year after year, I think I figured that my vision surgery will pay for itself in about 16 years, which I should get that out of these lenses. So I asked yesterday at my appointment what my vision was before, because I wasn't exactly sure. And the one lady told me -11 in both eyes, and then the doctor came in and he said -13. So I'm thinking he was accounting for the astigmatism, and she was not. So -13 to near perfect vision, which that's pretty amazing. My vision, I tell people, like, if you're like, what's it like? And I remember the first time I went to like Costco and saw one of those 4K televisions, and they were showing 4K video stream on it of like something in nature or something like that, and it's just amazing how crystal clear it is. And when I first saw that, I didn't think things could really be that clear, and I was just like, wow, because you're right in front of the TV and wearing my glasses, it looked really good. Now it's like that for me in real life. Like, here, there are like trees in the background here, and I don't know how good the camera is. This is just regular high definition, but like I can look at trees off in the distance, and I often find myself just staring at them just to see the detail, the leaves. The other day I was looking out the window and I saw like a dragonfly way off in the distance, and I was like, wow, I would not have seen that before, even with my contact lenses, which were better than my glasses. My glasses before were just, my vision was just terrible with them. And I don't think that was because the prescription was bad. I think it's just because there's a distance, and it's impossible to account for that distance. When they're closer to your face, it's going to be more impact of the prescription on your eyes. So I'm super thrilled, and everything went well. My follow-up appointments, everything, the doctors are happy with the pressure in my eyes and where the lenses are sitting. So everything went as well as it possibly could have gone. So I'm super thrilled. That's all. This will end my series of videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Even if you just skipped to the end or skipped around, didn't watch the whole thing. I hope this helped you. If you have, I'm going to put a lot of links down below in the description box for where. Okay, so yeah, actually, full disclosure, I did get my surgery at Clear Choice, and I was in the Brecksville, Ohio location. They gave me permission to mention that, and I had overall a wonderful experience there. I left them a 5-star review on Google, and I would recommend them to anybody if you're looking for a LASIK, or I mean, even though I didn't have LASIK, but Visian, I wish more people knew about Visian, although I don't think it's super common to have a prescription like mine. But if you have a prescription like mine, I'm really interested to hear about it. So please put a comment down below whether or not you've had the surgery, or if you're thinking about it, or if you have zero interest in it. If you, I'm also curious if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer them. Just leave a comment down below. Anyway, thank you for watching.